And now it's time once again for another episode of Wipe Those Tears. And here is your host, the star of Wipe Those Tears, Jason DiCanio.
Hey! Thank you very much. Oh, what a group. Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hi. Oh. Smooth operator. Yes. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Wipe Those Tears. It's episode 22 on this Wednesday night, February 21st, 2024. And, of course, I am your gracious host and moderator, Jason DiCanio, once again ready to go with the Tier Masters for another look at the NES games. And this time, of course, we're looking at the letter H. And I have a new twist for tonight, too, that I'm going to lay on my Tier Masters. Some of them know about it. Some of them don't know about it. But you'll know about it at the same time they'll know about it. So let's start with the introductions right away. First off, the man from the Midwest, who's got one of the hottest little kitty cats I know of. She's so cute. She's going to be like our mascot of the show eventually here. Let's welcome to the group, of course, one of our newest Tier Masters. Here is Scott McVeigh. There he is.
Good evening.
My friend and soon-to-be co-host of Saturdays with McVeigh and Jay. That's right. Yeah,
Right.
we just pretty much promoted the show.
There we go.
So where's the kitty tonight? Oh.
She was here and then she went outside, unfortunately. So there you go.
Well, you know, maybe she'll come back and surprise us, hopefully towards the middle or end of the show when she gets bored, because she knows that being in her master's arms is probably the best thing.
Depends on if I go and open the door.
That's true. Are you doing okay otherwise?
Yeah, pretty good so far.
All right. Any snow today?
Nah, it's just actually it was a very nice day. We had mid-60s actually, so it's pretty nice though.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we had about 65, and now it's dropped back to 40 tonight. So we're cold and getting there.
Okay.
So yeah, but no snow, never in Florida. And if we ever see snow, God forbid that'll be the day when it ever happens. So yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen as far as that's concerned. But anyways, we wish you the best of luck, Scott. We know you're gonna give some great critiques tonight. And now for the man who is from the Canadian Providence out there, he is the Mario Maluda of it all. Here is Mark Leota. Yes. Yes, indeed. It's Mr. Mario himself. I must say, I'm going to get you one of them hats that like a Mario hat, so that way you can wear it on the show. You know what I mean? And if anybody is brave enough to wear a Luigi hat to go along with it, any of the Tier Masters, or for that matter, anybody who wants to wear a Luigi hat, why not, right? But on the flip side of it, how's it going tonight, Mark?
It's going pretty good.
Yeah. How's weather up in Canada?
It is actually pretty nice.
Really? You guys are surprising me with some pretty interesting weather, despite the fact that the Northeast is getting hit with bad snow. Wow.
Well, no snow today, thankfully. It was nice and sunny, and I think it got up to about 8 or 9 Celsius today.
Wow. Not bad at all. Very good. Well, we know that you're going to give us some great critiques tonight on the H games, so we're looking forward to that. But, of course, we wish you the best of good luck here. All right, next up is the man from Jersey, the guy who is the master of the band Fish. He is everything VIP and soon to be the president of the band if he ever gets the popularity of it all. Here is Gianni Pizzi. There he is. And he's got his mic muted.
Okay. Whoa.
What's up, buddy? My AVGN expert is in the house tonight. What the heck kind of hat are you wearing tonight?
Come on, it's come up. It's actually a fish hat.
It's a fish. Wow. It's an.
I got this one, not this past New Year's, but the one before 2022.
See?
That one.
Fish memorabilia, fish souvenirs. Boy, oh boy.
I have way too much fish merch.
Wow. Hey,
that's not a thing, I know.
But the last time you had a fish shirt on with the bands, so that's and the hat. I mean, how much more do you need to convince these guys that you are going to be their band, their agent, their master, their president of the fan club?
Oh, I don't know. Just keep going to shows. That's what I've been doing. Keep following them.
Watch this show because then you can be like, hey, look at me. I'm on every week, Well, as always, the AVGN expert is in the house. And how was the weather in Jersey today, bro?
Actually, it's getting a lot warmer. I mean, last week it snowed a lot. Pretty much almost gone. Starting to get warmer.
That's good. I know you guys are finally getting a little bit of a break up there. And you need
usually around this time of year for the past couple of years, it just gets somewhat warmer out, and then it gets cold again next week.
Yeah, you're only good for about a week, and then it drops back.
And then it's gonna get worse.
Yeah, right.
Week, and then starts snowing again in March.
You won't get that official break until like Easter Sunday. Then you'll start tapering up the temperatures. But speaking of temperatures, May, tonight we've got you ready to go for AVGN on that. So, hey,
There's some good ones he's done tonight.
Yeah. Well, we've got. I think we got a couple more, and then we go into the eyes. But I think we should be right there. We got about 7 or 8 before we get into the eyes. All right, Johnny, you know about it. Wish you the best of luck. And finally, he's sneaking in right now. The man from Florida, who's the host of the Plump Show, and every which way, shape, or form, give it up for the man of the hour. Here he is, Brandon Bogard. There he is. Plump Show episode 4 should be coming. Okay. All right. Turn your mic on. All right. You are still muted. Okay, there you go. What's going on, bro?
What
was that?
Anyway, as I was saying, yes, I just finished the recording for that episode last night.
Fantastic.
Yes.
So we should be seeing episode. Oh, by the way, did you ask David about that episode you were trying to get posted?
Oh, yeah. So here's the thing: if a holiday comes around, but you made an episode for that, you didn't even finish it, can you still upload it?
Oh, I think you might be able to, but like I said, David usually has the final say on what he wants. We can suggest things.
It's for my channel, not for.
Oh, for your channel. Well, just put a disclaimer on the front. What I would do is, if it's for your channel, put a disclaimer on the beginning of the program saying it was intended for Martin Luther King when it's really not. This episode was supposed to be a Martin Luther King. I would put a disclaimer on that, not to confuse your audience about what show was going to be on there. I thought you were asking about it, putting it on the David 3000 network.
Nah, I don't even know if I would even know. I don't know if he would even allow that, because
probably with it being so late, a month later. But like I said, he usually has the final say on these things. That's why I thought that's what you was asking. But if it's your own show, put a disclaimer on it. Yeah. And put it in the description that you were intending to put it up last month, and it was totally, So I think you'd be good, as long as you give the audience a little brief description, maybe at the like a video, or just put a screen up there that has that specific message, and then break into your show. You could do it that way.
Yeah, I was typing in the actual reason on the private chat.
Oh, yeah, it's an episode. Oh, it's an episode of Whammy. Oh, okay. Well, That's good. All right. Well, I'll tell you. I think you might be able to get up there, but like I said, put the disclaimer up there. You'll be all right. Anyways, how's your part of the woods up there weather-wise? I know you're about a couple of hours away from me, so.
I know that in the last 2 nights, I had to wear a long-sleeve pajama shirt.
Yeah. And it's going to get down to 40s tonight, bro. We're going to be cold, so yeah. All right. Well, we wish you the best of luck as well, too. We wish all you guys the best of luck. And here we go. We're ready to go for the explanation of the rules to wipe those tears. Good luck. Okay. Well, you know what this is all about, gentlemen. I don't have to explain it, but for anyone who has never seen this show before, the Tier Masters are going to rate the NES games, and they're working with the letter H tonight. They'll give a score from 50 to 100, 50 being the worst, 100 being the best. They'll rate the scores based on cover art, playability, and anything else that I described to them. And once they give their score, it cannot be changed. However, they can pass if they don't have a chance to come up with a score at that given time. And, of course, you can consult with the other Tier Masters at any other given time as well, too. So you have freedom of range there, all right? But you guys basically know how it works. And the new wrinkle tonight in our little thing that some of you know about, we're going to be playing a game, and this is just for fun, in between the end of the half hours and everything. We're going to be playing a game called Who Am I? I have it here on the ticker. I'll be giving you clues to a specific person. You have a chance to write those clues down. I'll go ahead and put them on the scroll as we go along, so that way they'll scroll down at the bottom of the screen. Plus, they'll be on the ticker when you see them, on the screen as well. And you decide who it is, and then at the end of the show, you can show me your answers or tell me who you think it is. And if you're right, well, you get bragging rights. Pretty good. Okay. Other than that, we're ready to go and get this game started. So let's do it right now. There we go. Once again, let's open it up. There we go. The tier board is ready to go, and the first game tonight on the tier board is going to be...
Whoops.
Yep. Home Alone 2. Look at this. Okay, so we have in the series, we have Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. The game was put out by Imagineering and THQ, October 1992, unreleased. Let me give you a little bit of a description about this. The video game based loosely on the film. It was released on the NES, Genesis, Game Boy, DOS, and Super NES platforms. It was dedicated to Tom H. Height, who was a programmer who died shortly before it was released. Okay, so the player controls Kevin McAllister as he makes his way alone through New York City. Locations include the Plaza Hotel, Central Park, Uncle Rob McAllister's townhouse, and the streets of New York. You have to fight the enemies, as you know, and we did all of the pitfalls of Home Alone and Home Alone 2 during that Christmas episode. So that was fun. So this time, of course, we'll start with Mark Liotta, who's up on bat first with Home Alone 2.
All righty. Home Alone 2, based, of course, on the movie.
Lost in New York, yep.
Yeah, I think I might have played a bit of this. I mean, the movie's great, but the video game version of this, I honestly don't know about that. 62.
Oh, he starts off with a buzzer and nails it. Okay, 62 from Mark Liotta. Now we go to Brandon Bogard with Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
You guys get up, or you're thirsty for more?
Oh, I know. I was playing that after every time we had a pitfall and brought it up a new one,
And if you don't know what he's talking about just last 2 months ago, back in December, we just did a tier based on the Home Alone traps.
Yep.
Now, as far as this game goes, I do like not just roaming through New York, but there's a level where he has to hop up Kevin has to hop up a tree.
Mm-hmm.
A Christmas tree with ornaments.
Yep.
I'm looking at the white part on top of his head. It looks like a cowboy hat. I have no idea why he's wearing a cowboy hat.
Oh, is this on the back cover?
Yes.
Okay.
It's so
Not
strange.
sure why he's wearing the cowboy hat, but again, remember he could be at the different scenes.
I put it in private.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, I'm gonna give this a 94 regardless.
Oh, 94. Okay. I can take that. 94. Good one there. All right. 94's in, and now we go to Scott McVeigh with Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Oh, I got some bad news. I'm looking at the Wikipedia page right now. You want to know something? It says that this game was awarded worst sequel in 1992 by the Electronic Gaming Monthly magazine, and it was also listed in 1996 as the worst movie to game of all time.
Huh.
So that tells me this must be a stinker and all that. Now, I never really played it, but then again, if it's anything similar to the first one, so. Unfortunately, I'm going to go similar with Mark, and I'm actually going to go even lower at the big 6-0.
A big 60. Oh, gives it a buzzer there. Okay. And now we go to AVGN expert and man of the hour for Fish, Johnny
That's
Peasy.
right.
Yep. All right.
Now we know he has played this game with Macaulay Culkin.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, that's right. He had Macaulay. He had the actual. He was playing a pizza delivery guy.
that's right.
Yep.
But- Yeah. What? I mean, obviously, we've seen a lot of bad video games based off of really good movies. I mean, I don't really see. I've never played this, but I feel like there could be far worse. I feel like the Super Nintendo version is a lot better. The one screenshot I'm looking at is like a perfect recreation of him doing the face with Oh No Bubble.
Yeah.
So that's, I guess, something good about it. So I'm not going to necessarily buzz it, but I'm going to give it a 71.
A 71. Okay. A low C, but still passable right there. Okay. And now for myself, who pretty much saw both movies finally. I mean, I've seen the first one so many times, but I actually finally got to see the second one and see how it led up to getting over at Uncle McAllister's house and how he went through all of the pitfalls there. And I was like, because that was the only part I didn't get to see. I got to see everything else, including when, you know, he got to see the bird lady and she shot the pigeons right at the, you know, at the bad guys and everything. But I just could not understand
As well as the brick hit from that
yeah.
monster.
And then, of course, how he got, you know, basically the paint cans dumped on him, you know, and electrocuted and all that other good stuff. Oh, and then the toilet bowl blow up, and you know when he blew up his head in the toilet bowl with the propane.
And when they fell from a fire rope, and more paint cans fell on them.
That's right. Yep, exactly. So, playability wise, I've never played either one of them, but based on the cover art, it looks really good. So I'm going to give this one about an 86. And give it a medium B there. Okay. All right, we have our 5 scores. Let's go ahead and average them out. Good luck to you. Here we go.
I think I've got all.
All right, well, with the 2 low grades and a couple of high ones and a low ones there, it's going to go in the C tier at 74.6. All right. First C of the night for Home Alone 2. And now we go to the next one here. And this will be the first one. Home Alone, the original, of course. So let me give you the lowdown on that one. This one was put out. Bethesda Softworks THQ, October 1991. Both, by the way, both Home Alones were unreleased for the NES, so might want to keep that in mind in your factors of what to give as far as the game here. It's the title of several tie-in video games based on the film of the same name, written by John Hughes Versions were released for the NES, Game Boy, Super Nintendo, Master System, Sega Genesis, Game Gear, Amiga, and MS-DOS. And there are multiple versions of the game, and each features a different style of gameplay, but all share the same plot and roughly the same objective from the film. Kevin McAllister is left home alone. When his family goes on Christmas vacation to Paris, he must prevent Harry and Marv, the wet bandits, from burglarizing the home using various household objects as traps and or weapons. Okay, that's the plot and gameplay. And now we go to Brandon Bogard with his first take on Home Alone, the video game.
So it looks like the graphics are made just a little bit similar. And if you remember minutes ago when I said that he had a cowboy hat in the second. Now all of a sudden in this one he has a director's hat, a white director's hat.
All right.
I don't understand. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be his hair, but I don't know. But doesn't look too bad. I think it looks like how it was based. So I give it 97.
97. Wow. A high A. Okay. All right, Scott McVeigh, you're up with the original Home Alone.
Okay. Well, for those who've actually known to play this, this is like basically a 20-minute avoid the two bad guys and try to set up a few traps, style game here.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a good long play of this, several months ago, and it was like, okay looking though. Graphics aren't anything to write home about. The only saving grace for this whole game cartridge is actually the cover art here itself, though, which looks like it could have been a poster for the movie, though.
Right.
I'm going to do just like I did the previous one, a 60.
Oh, he doubles the 60. Oh, boy. Okay. Well, that's the way you feel about it. And you're entitled to that critique. You got it. 60 is in the books. And now we go to Gianni Pizzi.
Okay. So definitely, I think a lot better. Like I said, the second movie was not good. I mean, this is a classic one.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all familiar with the Super Nintendo. Like I said, I think the Super Nintendo version was a lot more fair. But I think this definitely looks a lot better than the first game. So I'm going to give this 78.
78. Okay. And we do know that for a fact that James and the guys played this one with, like you said, Kevin Macaulay Culkin. So that was interesting to see that come alive on those reviews. All right,
especially him getting Macaulay Culkin.
Right, exactly. 78 for Gianni, and now we go to Mark Liotta with the original Home Alone.
Okay. Oh. Again, original Home Alone, honestly, this kind of it's honestly kind of better as a movie than as a video game.
Yeah.
And even the newer Home Alones aren't that good.
Mm-hmm.
Just stick with the first two Home Alone movies, people. They're a lot better.
Because in later films, you had other actors other than Kevin. And then 4, you had a different actor who plays Kevin. What the heck?
Yeah.
Yeah, like from what I remember, 3 did not have any of the actors from 1 and 2 reprising their roles.
Right. It was a whole totally different cast, and yeah.
All right. So I will only give this a marginally better grade, 64.
64. Well, it's still a buzz, but yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's for sure. Got buzzed on that one. Well, I tell you, the original Home Alone, I mean, it's funny, Gianni, didn't we see a graphic of this kind of a play like on the Home Improvement intro?
Maybe.
Where the kids were jumping over tools. There was the tool time, and it looked just like the Home Alone,
Right.
where the tools were attacking the kids, and the kids were jumping over, and they were going up and down the house and everything of that sort. So it's kind of like a spin-off of that almost.
Yeah.
But, huh?
I said, yeah.
Yeah. And that's what that reminds me of, is that, setting all those traps and trying to avoid the dodging tools and everything of that sort. Yeah. But again, we all could agree that these games were not meant for Nintendo, or even for that matter for gaming. They were made for watching the movie. You're right about that. Cover art wise, though, it looks just like its predecessor for the movie. That's why I gave the second one a higher grade of an 86, because that was going on the cover art. This one I'm going to give an 87 and call it a night. Yeah. So we got our scores and we're ready to go with the 5. So let's see what we have for the average.
I think I've got all.
Well, we can establish the fact that both Home Alones, as really you guys didn't like them, or for some reason just thought they were so different. They're going to get another. This one gets another C, 77.2. All right. Well, that's the way it looks sometimes. When you think about it. All right. So with that. Okay, we're here in the first half hour already because of all the introductions and everything. So now it's time for our first look at Who Am I? And we're going to pull up that screen. And here is the first clue to the Who Am I, okay? This clue number 1, I am an actor. Okay? And I'll give you a second clue. So we know it's an actor. And I'll give you the second clue and leave the second clue up there. The second clue is I was born in Illinois in 1924. Okay. So that is what we're looking at for that particular thing. And we'll put that on the scroll. And we'll show that clue until we show the next clue. So we're looking for an actor. And that actor was born in Chicago, Illinois in 1924. Okay? So you got 2 clues so far. You'll get 2 more clues at the end of the second half hour. Anybody got to take a break or anything?
No, I'm good.
Good.
We're all good? Okay. We're ready to go into the next. We're going back into the. We're going back into the game here. So let's do it. Okay. All right, we're back ready for the next half hour of our game. We're ready to go into the next look at this particular game. And it's another movie game, and this time it's Hook. Ooh, Hook. All right, so Hook. Painting by Numbers, Epic, Sony Records, Sony Images. And this was software, Ocean Software. March 27, 1992 was the date of release. There have been several video games based on the 91 film Hook, a side-scrolling platform game for the NES and Game Boy. Subsequent side-scrolling platform games were released for the Commodore 64, the Super NES, and an arcade beat-em-up by Irem later in 92. A graphic adventure point-and-click game developed and published by Ocean Software was released for the Amiga, Atari ST, and DOS. Now, in each version of the game, the player plays as Peter Pan, who must go through Neverland to rescue his children after they were kidnapped by Captain Hook. Each version of the game is set in Neverland and concludes with a sword fight between Peter Pan and Captain Hook. That's your gameplay. And now, of course, third game goes to Scott McVeigh for his first take on Hook.
Okay. I actually loved the movie. I actually was one of the few people to see this movie in the theater at least 3 times when it was out there. So that tells me how much I really love this movie.
3 times?
Wow, that's
3 times. That tells you how much I really love this movie.
He bought it for a double feature.
Pretty much, yeah.
Make that a triple feature.
Triple
Just about,
feature.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not in a row, you know that.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say also, I actually owned not the NES version, but I believe it or not, the Sega CD version, which was the Super Nintendo with the actual orchestrated soundtrack from the movie itself added in there, as well as a nice CGI rendering of Hook's ship itself. So it's pretty nice, though. It had some lousy voice acting, but that's part of the course for CD-ROM games back then. Anyway, going to the NES title, I never got to play it, but from the screenshots I'm seeing, it looks like a really good platformer action with some flying sequences that look like first just behind the Peter's, first person's perspective almost.
Yeah.
It looks like a really good game. Since I'm kind of half jaded towards the Super Nintendo / Genesis / Sega CD version, I have to give this one a very good high score, even because of the artwork looks absolutely gorgeous. A 95.
95 for Scott McVeigh, high A, and he gets us started with that. And now we go to Gianni Pizzi for Hook.
Okay, I think AVGN has played this one as a part of those Spielberg games when he did those.
Probably, yeah. Oh, that's right. He grouped it into a director's cut. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
he did a whole bunch of Steven Spielberg games. I think this was in there.
Yeah, the games of Spielberg, he called it. Yep.
Yeah, they're just Spielberg games. I feel like I knew there was another movie called Hook. I guess this is a sequel to Peter Pan, or
I don't think it's classified as a sequel. This was a one-shot deal.
oh,
But this was another version of the Disney story of
yeah, because I know we did the other Peter Pan game before, and I searched.
Right.
So
They
technically,
play
this
it.
was like a later story, is what it was. There.
This had Robin Williams and whoever played Hook. Scott, you know who played Hook?
Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman, of all people. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a little fun fact. Glenn Close had a cameo as one of the male pirates.
Ah, wow.
Okay. So yeah, I feel like I kind of forgot that there was another about the movie. But I'm looking at the cover art for the NES. Looks a little, I don't know. I mean, it's just the Hook. Is Hook.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know. What's that?
That was from the Ocean's version of it there.
Oh, they made, I guess, two versions of it, but I like some of the graphics from what I am seeing. Kind of, I guess, your typical NES graphics. So looking at a whole world, a map of the game, looks like, I guess, kind of like a little complicated, but at least we know there's kind of a little map for the game. I'm gonna give this one kind of like the overview of the map. 78 again.
78. Okay, you got it, and it's locked in. Okay, Mark Leota, Hook. Turn your mic on, please. You're muted. Yeah.
Oops. Okay, yeah. So yeah, Robin Williams, I think from what I remember, played Peter Pan in the film.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, he did pretty good in that one. Let's see. I have not played this one though. All right. 70.
Oh, barely passing, but 70 for Mark Leota. Okay. And now we go to Brandon Bogard with Hook.
Saving Peter Pan's children.
Yep.
Probably the children he had with Wendy.
Actually, it was Wendy's daughter. So
Wendy's daughter.
yeah.
Well, I had to.
That sounds like the same thing to me.
Yeah, right. I mean, that was just like, wow. Good guess, though.
So,
But way off. Yeah.
I'm not. But this doesn't look too bad. I do like the front cover. I'm looking at the description on the back cover. Icy regions, abominable snowman. What? But it doesn't look too bad. I'm gonna give it 87.
87. Okay, high B. Very good on that one. Good score. Okay, based on the fact that I have seen the movie and I was bored to death the first time I saw it, I had to give myself several opportunities to look at it to kind of really find out why I wanted to sit and watch this movie. I came to the conclusion that Robin Williams playing Peter Pan they could have cut this movie down to about an hour and a half instead of it being a 2.5 hour movie. I mean, the Peter Pan just he was just so. I mean, I love Robin Williams as an actor, but when they portrayed him as Peter Pan for this movie, it just seemed like his heart sometimes was not in it. I don't know. Maybe the portrayal, maybe the fact that he was really portraying Peter Pan as something of a very not happy person, considering the fact that his kids were kidnapped, as far as they're concerned, and then to kind of
a lawyer.
right,
A lawyer.
yeah, and then to wake up and realize this was a dream. All it was a dream at the end of the movie. Really, it's like he came back to reality and everything. Because I wound up watching the movie and I wound up finding out that it was just like a illusional tale. Like he fell asleep at his table or something, his writing table, and finally woke up and was like, "Oh man, well, I had this bad dream." And it all, and back to, and then he realized that his family was all back, and it was all a happy ending after this. So the movie itself kind of got me wondering which way were they really going with this version of Peter Pan. And of course, I like the cartoon version, the Disney version, because Peter Pan's happier. Even though Tinker Bell was in this movie, really good.
Well, are we talking the original? Because then the Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers movie screwed him over.
No, I'm talking about in this movie there was a Tinkerbell.
Julia Roberts, actually.
Julia Roberts, yep. So they really captioned her really good by shrinking her down with a camera angle down to yeah. I like the cover art, but I've never played the game. So at this point, the cover art again looks like the movie. So based on the cover art, I am going to go 88 and 1 up. I'm the 1 up David Bogart there. Yes, because he gave it an 87, I give it an 88, and I'm locked in. All right, we've got our scores. Let's take a look and see what the average is. Oh, there you go.
I think I've got all.
Okay, you guys like this one over the Home Alone series because this one moved up into the B tiers at 83.6. Very good. Goes right next to Gyromite there, 83.6. And we move on to our next game in the H's. This one is called Hoops. An interesting one-word title for this. Hoops. Yes, this one is put out by ACOM and Jailco or Jalico, as I like
Jalico, I think.
Jalico. I go with Jailco.
I would call it Jailco too.
Yeah, the first time I saw it, we kidded about that so many times. We thought it was Jalico. November 20th.
Tails go. I don't know why.
Yeah. November 22nd, 1988 is when Hoops came out, and this is a basketball video game for the Japanese audience, for a North American audience in 1989. The game is known as Moreo Junior Basketball 2-on-2. The game is done in a half-court style with the player having a choice to disable or enable winners out. No fouls are called, and there is also an around-the-world mode that allows players to focus on making baskets without worrying about the charging, pushing, and traveling fouls that are found in the standard mode of play. Similar to Double Dribble, the game features slow motion sequences when the player goes for a dunk, though these can be blocked. Okay, we have our description. We now go to Gianni Pizzi for his first take on Hoops.
Hoops, okay.
Well,
I don't know. Not a big fan of the cover art. It's like the life size, the real life basketball players.
Yeah,
like we've had a lot of basketball games. I mean, definitely no Double Dribble.
Oh yeah, classic.
Yeah, nothing will ever top that. I mean,
Right.
It's more of I kind of like instead of a more like basketball, like a normal like in an arena. I mean, professional sports. I mean, they kind of made into like like outdoor like basketball court that you see like on the playground. So
Yeah.
kind of nice little design there. Definitely something different. You don't see too many sports game or basketball games like that. I'm gonna give it 80.
80. Okay, you still give it a B, a low B, but it is an average, over average score. Okay, now we go to Mark Leota with Hoops.
Don't think I have played this one, but I mean, you can't really go wrong with basketball.
Right.
All right. Let's go with an 82.
An 82. All right. Not a 1-up, but still a low B. Very good. Now we go to Brandon Bogart, and he's got a basketball in his hand.
He's got an actual basketball with him.
Actual basketball in his hand. And what do you got to say about Hoops?
So, this is actually the second episode. Yeah, the second episode. So we had this I did this in the last episode. But my problem with this one, it looks a little like, it looks less like an NES game, more like something for the Game Boy.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like basketball, so I'll give it a 79.
79. Oh, okay. Well, that does mean that got a debut on that one. All right, but it's locked in 79, and now we go to Scott McVeigh with Hoops.
I'm going to be honest with you. Basketball is not my favorite sport to watch at all,
Nor play.
Or play for that matter. Yeah, because I'm also a little too short to play for it. There you go.
Hey,
But-
it has no restrictions, you know?
Yeah, but I'll be honest with you. Like I said, I don't usually play sports games at all, so I can't really give much of a good opinion. But I do like the cover art. It does look like a good old one-on-one style of street basketball here. It looks really nice. I'm still going to give this a nice 80.
Oh, but we have a tie on that one. Okay, a double. Very good. And we lock that in. 80 for you. Okay. Well, I think I remember seeing this game, and I probably remember playing it. But what gets me is that I think I played, I know I remember playing the Harlem Globetrotters game, and of course Double Dribble, and of course NBA Bulls versus Blazers and Jam and all that other stuff, which was beyond the Nintendo. But Double Dribble was the game, was the NES game that I remember more than Hoops. Did I try it? Yeah, I probably rented the game at one time or another, but did I get involved with it? No, not really. I do like the cover art because it's got the graffiti in the background. Reminds you of that playground ball, go in the playground, play some 2-on-2, 3-on-3 maybe. Those tournaments. Something like that. That's what you get in those playgrounds with those, tournaments of 2-on-2, 3-on-3. And this is, of course, would be leading into NBA Jam later on. This was the idea of the 2-on-2. So for the cover art and me attempting to play the game, I'm going to give it a 75. Yeah. I'm really to that point where I'm giving it an average of a middle C. All right. We have our 5 scores, so let's look at the average.
I think I've got all.
Okay, with this one, gentlemen, you got your third C of the night. It is now 79.2. Just missed it by that much for a B. But you got 3 C's and a B so far in 4 games. Very good. All right, game number 5 coming up. Ready to go? The next one up on the list looks like Hudson Hawk. Yep, Hudson Hawk is what we're looking at. Put out by Special Effects, Epic, and Sony Records, and Sony Image Soft and Ocean Software. A lot of distributors. December 27th, 1991. Okay. Let's look at the game. It's a platform game. And the player assumes the role of Hudson Hawk, a cat burglar. He is sent on a mission to steal 3 Da Vinci artifacts. Walking through various levels in this platform game, the player must avoid sounding alarms. In addition, security guards and dogs show up to hamper the mission. Hudson Hawk can pacify the enemies by punching them or launching tennis balls at them. Ooh, tennis balls. Really good. We go to start back at the top of the lineup here again with Mark Leota.
I have never played this one.
I don't think any of us have played this game, let alone it. I've never heard of it. So, yeah.
Yeah, this definitely looks like it's a bit obscure.
Yeah.
Not really sure what to make of this one. I'll say 75.
75. Okay, that's a middle C, but still a good passing C there. Brandon Bogard, you're up with Hudson Hawk.
So, the Hudson Hawk. I guess Hawk is his last name.
Yep.
Yep.
It doesn't look okay. So it doesn't look too bad. Everything from the graphics to the front cover, it looks pretty nice. Story looks fine enough. I'm going to give it a 90.
90. Okay, we got a 90 for you there, and you're locked in with that A. Okay, Scott McVeigh, you're up with Hudson Hawk.
Okay, you might not realize this. This is another movie tie-in game, believe it or not.
Oh.
The movie was actually stars Bruce Willis in it. And in this story here, he's a thief, though. But what's kind of funny, he times his thefts to Broadway musical songs. For example, he and his partner will be trying to time to the old Side by Side here, you know, that was heard in like one of the musicals. It was pretty funny. There were like, stuff like that, or Swinging on a Star, where they actually sing the song while they're trying to do the heist. It's kind of funny. The movie itself kind of weird though, but the game sounds like it'd be kind of fun though. Cover art's a little lacking, but still not so bad. Combine everything that I mentioned there. Let's give this a good old 82.
82. Okay, locked in for the 82. And now we go to Gianni Pizzi with Hudson Hawk.
Okay, I also did not know that there was a movie. Looks kind of cool though. Wait, AVGN has played this game. Okay.
Okay.
I've seen that one, but he has. I didn't think he would, but I mean, it's kind of an obscure movie. I don't know, it's a really bad movie, but seen with a lot of, I guess, bad movies like Ghostbusters 2. Get a pretty good game. So who knows? It could be a pretty good game, but kind of looking at that thumbnail, AVGN looks mad about that game. I definitely kind of like the storyline. You said that was Bruce Willis, I think.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See that definitely like cover art from it. Definitely like, I guess, the background or the color scheme. Kind of cool. Gonna give this one. How about let's go to the A's, 93.
93?
Yep.
Okay, 93. High A. There you go. Whoops, wrong one. There we go. 100. I almost gave the ding, 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 ding away there. Okay. Thank you, Brandon. Okay, well, Hudson Hawk. I've never seen this game before in my entire life. Never knew it existed. So I can't really, for the love of me, give it anything. Love the cover art. That's the only thing that's right now my saving grace. Really mysterious with the cover art. Love it very much. I'm going to give this one an 88. Yep. Yay. We have our 5 scores. Let's go ahead and average it out.
I've got all.
Oh, yeah. This one actually makes it to the B tier. Goes up there, 85.6. Wow. Goes right next to Hook. Right there in the B tier. Excellent. Very good. All right, another B. So we got 2 Bs and 3 Cs in 5 games. And now we're going to our next game, which I was trying to make out, and I couldn't make it out. What in the world is this?
Hudson's Adventureland.
Adventure Island here.
Adventure Island, sorry.
That's in the. Is that in the A's?
Technically, because
No.
it starts with Hudson Soft Hudgens. So actually, Hudson is part of the H's there as well.
Okay, but it was not. Okay, so all right, I have to go to. Yeah, I don't have anything on it though.
I'll get it. I got it for you right here.
Okay, thank you for sending me a description of it. Okay, I'll load it up here. Okay, Hudson's Adventure Island. You just found out that Princess Leilani was kidnapped by the evil witch doctor and taken to Adventure Island in the South Pacific. You land on Adventure Island without weapons or food, and the island is thick with tropical forests, mountains, and caves. Hidden on the island are your skateboard, axe, food, and other helpful tools you must find by exploring the island. Better find the weapons and food quickly because you will need them to fight the witch doctor's spiders, snakes, bats, and demons. The evil witch doctor has set a lot of traps for you before you can face him one-on-one. Are you up for the challenge? Can you live through Adventure Island to save Princess Leilani? Okay, this one was actually in 1987 by Hudson Soft. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that gives you a... Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate that. Bogard.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we're going to start with you for this one on Hudson's Adventure Island.
Oh my god, here we go. As you said, kidnapped by an evil witch doctor.
Yep.
Ooh ooh ting tang walla walla bing bang.
Yep.
There's so many things wrong with this. Oh, now I'm just noticing one of the characters on the front cover looks like one of the Wreck-It Ralph characters.
Yep.
I have no idea why we have the axe and the skateboard. How do you skateboard on an island?
Very easily, I skateboard on an island.
What?
You find the smoothest surface.
There is no smooth surface on a f***ing island. Not only that, look, if you're looking at the front cover, is that supposed to be our main guy?
I guess.
Yeah.
Yep.
It looks like he's taking on a dinosaur, more dinosaur-looking Bowser, and the bats
In the belfry.
the belfry. What?
Well, you said bats, and I just said in the belfry. You know.
I don't get it.
You wouldn't have gotten it. I would have to explain. The bats in the belfry is a common thing of the church tower bells.
But look, the bats. They look like if you took the face of Mickey Mouse and just shoved it in. Because that's what these bats have. Not regular noses, but mouse noses.
Yep.
This is
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
there
he goes.
I gotta give it a 58.
Oh, he buzzes it. 58. Yikes. Okay. We now go to Scott McVeigh with Hudson's Adventure Island.
You're gonna think this is interesting. I got some history about this one here. First of all, this was actually originally an arcade game made by Sega called Wonder Boy. And it actually was released before Adventure Island. So Hudson got the license to it, and then they decided to change the character completely. The main character, the guy with the hat there, his name is Master Higgins. Higgins, actually, to be honest there. And this actually became a small series of games, including a Super Nintendo sequel, among other things there as well, though. And it's kind of like one of those where you have to keep moving, you have to keep collecting fruit, or else you lose your life bar because it depletes as you walk along. And yeah, it's the typical 80s style platformer almost, but with auto moving skateboards and all that kind of stuff. There's lots of jumping and all kinds of stuff like that too. Overall, it's not a bad game. Overall, it's not too bad of a game. And of course, like I said, based off the original, an actual arcade game, I'm actually going to give this a much better grade, though. I'm going to give it, like, say, 83.
83. Okay, very good. You got that. It's locked in. And now we go to Gianni Pizzi with Hudson's Adventure Island.
Okay, I've definitely heard of this game. I've definitely seen, I think, the screenshot of it, the characters, title screen. So pretty much familiar. Didn't really know it was Hudson's, but doesn't look too much big to it. Cover art, though, it looks like a lot going on. Like that monster, whatever that is. Kind of the guy in the cover art kind of looks like the guy you play as in the game.
Yep.
But there's so much more. I mean, this is, I guess, could be an underrated game, and not many people. I mean, I've definitely seen a lot. Definitely looks familiar. 83.
Oh, you're going to double up with Scott McVeigh. Okay, we double it up. Nicely done there. Lock it in. Okay. All right, Mark Leota, you're up with Hudson's Adventure Island.
Which I have not played, although I've heard it's a classic game.
Yep.
Wonder how much that would go for these days if you tried to buy it on eBay or something.
A lot of money, I bet, because of the fact that it's probably classic. Yeah.
All right. Well, based on the fact that it's a classic game, let's give this one an 89.
An 89. Okay. A very high B there. Okay. Well, I haven't played this game myself. Never even heard of it. I think the cover art's fantastic, though they just went way too much with the green. Wow. I mean, they could have really put like a light green on the top and maybe a dark green on the bottom. And then, like you said, I think Brandon Bogart said, why are the characters looking something like, from Wreck-It Ralph or, even from Rampage World Tour, They all look
one of them does. One of them does.
Yeah.
That little orange thing with a.
in the middle.
Oh no, not in the middle. No.
Well, I was thinking of the big character that looks like a Godzilla or a King Kong or Donkey Kong.
No, that's not what I'm thinking.
Oh, okay. Well, that was what my thought was for Rampage World Tour. Was the big thing in the middle on from the first row on the top. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But we have two different characters we're looking at. I know that for a fact.
Oh, I'm looking at them all.
Oh, you are.
That big one you were saying. I was thinking more Dinosaur Bowser.
Oh, yes, right. You said for Mario Brothers for Bowser. Okay. Still, like I say, too much green on the cover art makes me kind of take points off of that one. So I'm just going to go ahead and I will still pass it with a 70. Okay, with a 70. We have our 5 scores, so let's see what the average is.
I think I've got all.
Okay, this one's going to be 76.6, so this is a C right here. In the C tier it goes. And that's what now? 4 C's and a B. Well, 4 C's and 2 B's, actually. I'm sorry. Yeah, you got that. Okay.
And Mark, to answer your question about how much it would cost, I'm looking on eBay. It says you get a new inbox, a complete inbox for about $45. American.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah. Okay, gentlemen, it's 10 o'clock. It's the end of the second half hour, and that means it's time for your next clues on the Who Am I board. And here we go. Clue number 3 on this person. I'm known for my portrayals of epic heroes. Okay. Clue number 4. I played a circus manager in The Greatest Show on Earth. Okay. Ready for one more clue?
Yep.
Clue number 5. Cecil B. DeMille put me in the 10 Commandments. Okay, that's all you're going to get. And if you guys are playing along at home, you can write those down. Of course, if you need to, go back and scroll back and look at the clues again, we'll go ahead and do that for you. I'll go ahead and reiterate clues 3, 4, and 5. So clue number 3 was I'm known for my portrayals of epic heroes. Number 4 is I played a circus manager in The Greatest Show on Earth. And clue number 5 again, Cecil B. DeMille put me in the 10 Commandments. Okay. Kind of getting an idea what you think who the person is?
I think I got it.
Okay, we'll find out your answers at the end of the show. Okay. Anybody need to take a break before we move on?
I'm good.
Good.
Okay, we're ready to go in this third half hour. So let's pull up the next game right now. The next game on the list is another movie game. This one is called The Hunt for Red October. Ooh. I'm assuming that somebody saw this movie.
I haven't.
Well,
Wasn't it also a book?
Yes. A Tom Clancy novel.
That's how, yeah.
Beam Software and High Tech Expressions was the company's January 1991. And right now, the game featured deep sea combat, side-scrolling action, and cinematic sequences. The object is to evade destruction and eliminate saboteurs. The Caterpillar drive is particularly useful for quietly escaping the enemy. So there you go. And the NES version has an exclusive level. The final stage changes to platform-style gameplay. The player, as Gramius, must find and disable bombs Soviet loyal crew members have set in the weapons bay of the Red October. That's what we're looking for. It's based on the film, and there's also versions of the Game Boy and Super NES. Okay, we're now going with Scott McVeigh for The Hunt for Red October.
Sounds like a good movie. This is a good Sean Connery movie here. Never got to play this version, but it looks like it's a pretty good title where you actually get some good action and lots of fun, kind of like a shooter and all that, shoot 'em up style game here. It's from what I'm seeing here on screens here. Mm-hmm. I love the fact that you get that extra stage that's exclusive to this version of the game at the end, though.
Yeah.
Just for the cover, however, the cover art alone is simplistic, is the best way to say it. It's just a picture of Sean Connery's character, maybe a silhouette of the sub, if best here. Kind of good. I'm going to have to give this an average at best. I'm going to give you a 73.
73. Okay. That's a low C, but still passing. Okay, Johnny PZ, The Hunt for Red October.
Okay. So obviously we know about I've been before with video game movie games. I don't think AVGN has played this game, but definitely looks cool. Never seen the movie. Heard of it though.
You mean to tell me that you haven't played the game on like Mike Mondays or anything like that?
Maybe he has.
Mike probably sampled it. If James was like, I won't give it to you, Mike will probably take it off,
Maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like he has. No, he hasn't.
Okay.
But never seen. I mean, definitely kind of looks cool with the graphics. some of the graphics look like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles underwater level.
Yeah.
So kind of looks similar to that. 75.
75. Okay. 2 up on that one. Now we go to Mark Leota for The Hunt for Red October.
Yeah, I've never played this or seen the movie.
Okay.
Although I've heard it's a really good movie.
Yeah, it was. It was decent. Sean Connery, of course, is a great actor. We all know that.
Yep, that he is. All right, Hunt for Red October. Hunt for Red October, that will be a 83.
83. Okay, you give it a kind of a mid to low B there. And now we go to Brandon Bogard with The Hunt for Red October.
So
Wow.
this looks fantastic. Like, actually fantastic. I like the graphics. I like the cover art. My God. This see. All right. I'm going to give it a 100.
Oh!
Ooh.
100 for Brandon Bogard. Nicely
You're
done.
welcome, Red October.
And so you shall get that 100. Yes. Okay. Well, I tell you, I've seen the movie, and I love Sean Connery, but I've never played the game. But in this case, the cover art once again has given me inspiration. Nice red tones, nice black tones with that white and the background. Oh, yeah. Brandon Bogard, you and me are doubling up there. We're doubling up at 100 apiece. Yes. Oh, come on. Come on.
That
Wait.
was good.
There we go. Whoops. There we go. Another 100 for the map. Yes. I like your
There you
cash
go.
register sound, by the way. That's cool. All right. We got our 5 scores. Let's go ahead and average them out.
I think I've got all.
Yeah, well, with the 200s that me and Brandon Bogart gave it, it goes up into the B tier. Look at that, 86.2. Nicely done. Very good. Okay. All right, so that's 3 Bs, and we've got 4 Cs so far. 7 games under the belt. Nicely done, gentlemen. You're doing good, and you're on pace. All right, the next one up is called The Hide Lid. Or
Hide light. Oh boy.
Hide Light. Is that how I pronounce it? Hide Light?
Hide light. Yeah.
The Hide Light. Okay, the Hide Light. And this one is from TNE.
Highlight.
The Hide Light? The Hide
Highlight.
Hide Light.
Hide light. Yeah.
TNE Software, Toshiba, MEI, March 18th, 1986. Okay. In the kingdom of Fairyland, 3 magic jewels were enshrined in the palace to maintain peace in the kingdom. One day, an evil man broke into the palace and stole one of the 3 magic jewels. And without the 3rd jewel, the 2 remaining jewels lost their magic sparkle. The magic spell that sealed the power of Verlies, the most vicious demon in the kingdom, was broken. And during the turmoil, which followed the last 2 jewels were stolen, Verlies, or Varales, cast a spell magic on Princess Anne, turning her into 3 fairies, and hid her somewhere in the kingdom. He then let loose a horde of monsters across the land and became the ruler of the kingdom. The young knight Jim stood up and took action to restore peace in the kingdom. He bravely made his way into the wilderness in full armor to fight the monsters. So this game, developed and published by TE Soft, had a lot of play on all the consoles. The Famicom version also, too. And the game spawned the Hidalai series, followed by the sequels. There were sequels as well. We go to Gianni Pizzi to start with Hidalai.
Okay, so AVGN has done a video on this one.
Really?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how I've heard about the game. So that's one of the worst games. I know he hates this game. It's another Zelda knockoff, but not just the Zelda knockoff. He was complaining about the most was that the music is copying or a version of the Indiana Jones theme.
Ah. Yeah,
so,
but when I Gianni, not to interrupt you, but when I see this game, I think of Highlander. That's what I think of more.
I thought of Dr.
You know?
Jekyll, more so Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Ah, okay.
So,
yeah.
That's why I thought could have been the sequel, because we know he hates that game too.
Yeah, he does with a passion. He hates it.
Yeah. This is worse, but
Mhm.
I'm gonna give this one first buzz of the night for me, 60.
60. Whoa, he buzzes it. Okay. All right. We can now go to Mark Leota with Hydlide.
Yeah, I think I might have heard of this, but I don't think I played it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Oh, that looks pretty nice there with that cover art there. Is that supposed to be a sword or something?
Let's see. Looking at this, well, I got a different box art from the NES or the NES Wiki games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah, it looks like a sword. Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
He looks like he's fighting a pterodactyl. It looks like
Dragon.
Yeah.
All right. I will say 60. No, 70. 71.
71. Okay, almost was going to give it a buzzer, but changed his mind and upped it to a 71. Okay, Scott McVeigh, we've got Hydlide.
Do you want to do Braden first or something?
Oh,
wow. Yeah.
Yes. I'm sorry, Brandon. Okay.
Braden first?
We overlooked you again. You know. I'm sorry, Brandon. Go ahead. You have the floor.
Okay, so I'm not gonna really give this a high score, despite my 2 criticisms.
Mm-hmm.
The game, the gameplay looks a little, the graphics a little cheap. And I'll read the description. Jim comes face to face with many forms of evil, like the water dragon. Water dragon.
Mm.
And on the front cover, you're showing a fire-breathing dragon.
Yeah.
In the words of Patrick, liar, liar, plants for hire. Patrick.
Liar, liar, plants for hire. Wow.
Well, the back text completely lied.
Yeah.
It said water dragon with a fire-breathing dragon on the front cover. But still, I give it an 80.
80. Okay. That's an interesting score there, but you got it. 80. And now we go to Scott McVeigh after skipped Brandon Bogard. All right.
One of the worst games ever played.
Oh, boy.
I had seen a video just a few days ago about some other guy trying to play all of these so-called bad games and see if they actually were bad or not, though that everyone had said. And he actually said this sucks. This game sucks.
Wow.
It is crap. It is just bad. It's a bad conversion, actually, of a better computer game, to be honest there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. 5-0, the lowest I can go.
Oh, 50. Wow. He buzzes it. All right. Well, okay. Now we got those scores in. You know, and I've never played this game before, but as I mentioned to Gianni and the rest of you, this reminds me of Highlander, the series, the way it was explained. And I've seen the Highlander series and love it. The TV show, so all the movies, was really involved with it. It's one of the very few kind of shows with that kind of a storyline that I actually got involved in. But seeing this and a very simplified art really kind of just bugs me. There's really not much going on except the sunset. And okay, his fighting is okay. Looks like something that just came out of, the medieval times. I don't know. I'm going to give it a 65 and buzz it. Yeah, 65, please. Going to buzz it. All right, let's go ahead. We got our 5 scores. Let's average it out.
I think I've got all.
Well, gentlemen, that's your first D of the night, 65.2, and that's going to give it a horn. Unfortunately, a horn. First D of the night. Yep. But no losing horns because it wasn't an F. All right. That is your and we're done with the H's. So that concludes the H's. All right.
Poor baby just cried.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Because of that D.
Yeah, I know. But that's the way you felt about it. So, you take it with you while you go. Now we come to the first game in the eyes, and this is a classic black box cover. We're looking at Ice Climber. This is put out by Nintendo R&D 1, January 30th, 1985. Remember we said that there was like a 4-year stretch of games of the black box? This is 1985. This is Ice Climber. The first player controls Popo. Or Poo-Poo.
Popo, yeah.
Popo. I call him Poo-Poo. A boy wearing a blue parka, while the second player controls Nana, a girl wearing a pink one. The only tool they carry is a wooden mallet to carve openings in the ice above and to club enemies. Each mountain level consists of 8 layers of colorful ice and a bonus stage. Standard dull ice blocks pose no threat other than an easily disposed of barrier and platform. Square ice blocks with higher detail are indestructible, forcing the player to take another path. Hatched ice acts as a conveyor belt, sliding Popo or Nana either left or right. And finally, many mountains include unbreakable moving platforms resembling clouds. The bonus stage takes place at the peak within a 40-second time limit and no enemies. The ice climbers often face trickier jumps and multiple moving platforms. And I could go on with the detail of it, but that gives you a little bit of it while you're looking at it. So we now start. Who are we starting with this time? I think Mark. We go back. Okay, we go back to the top of the order here. And Mark, you're up with Ice Climber.
Okay, yeah. One that I definitely heard of, but I'm not sure if I've played it. I think I might have played a little bit of it, and honestly, it's kind of a fitting release for the considering the time of the year we're in right now, being the winter.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
All right, so 84.
84. Okay, that's about a mid B. Very good. Brandon Bogard, you're up with Ice Climber.
So long before Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where I've heard of the Ice Climbers from.
Yeah.
But I was not aware that one of them was female.
Yep. Yep, it's Popo and Nana.
Popo.
Poo-poo.
No. Po-poo.
Pope. Oh, it's Pope. Oh, I thought it was Popo.
Maybe. I don't know.
Johnny, it was Popo, right?
Popo, yes.
Popo.
Nana and Popo.
Nana and Popo, or Nana and Poopa.
He's not. No.
we can decimate it so badly, these names, you know?
We could say poo poo platter, but no.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Yep. There you go.
Okay. So I'll give this a 97.
Whoa, big high A. Look out. 97 for Brandon Bogard. And now we go to Scott
And
McVay.
interesting for the first eye of our.
All right. Well, yes, believe it or not, Nintendo released this in the arcades in their Versus series as well. So you can actually play this in the arcades as well as at home. And the conversion is 1-to-1. So there you go. One thing that's kind of funny, here's a little fun fact. There's actually censorship from the Japanese version. In this version, we had like little snow monsters or something like that. In the original version, they were seals that you could actually hit. So, and the fact that they thought that clubbing seals was a no-no for the United States, so that's why they changed the character sprite. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. But this is still a very fun platformer. You can get tricky at times. I love this is a very good one. I love the fact that there's a level select in this home version with up to 32 different levels, so you can actually try whatever level you want. The bonus stages are pretty fun, especially with climbing. If you get up to the top, awesome, not so bad. I'm going to go 95.
95. All right. Would you just one question. Would you compare this game to Wrecking Crew, Scott?
Kinda, but Wrecking Crew also had ladders and such, while this does not, though.
Yeah.
But you were talking about the 32 different stages, and Wrecking Crew had a lot of different stages, plus
at least 100. At least 100, yeah.
100, yeah, you're right. And those black cover box art games usually had a centralized theme in some way, shape, or form. Then they fed off each other. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Very good there. All right, Gianni, you're up with Ice Climber.
Okay. Yeah, obviously classic game. Like Brand said, the only reason, well, not the only reason, but the reason why I know most a lot about them, of course, they're in Smash Bros. So that's kind of a big thing. So that's kind of how I kind of heard about the game. It's a pretty easy game, like I said. Something could be in arcade. It was a part of their arcade versus series. So give it 100.
Oh, wow. Check it out. 100 for Gianni P. He gives it 100, and now we go to me. Ice Climber. You know, this is one of the black box art games I've never seen, never played, and never knew existed. But looking at the cover art, I must say it's very, very plain, very simple. I mean, but again, I've played Wrecking Crew. I've played most of the black box art cover games, but not this one. So, based on the fact that I would have to go with the cover art, I'm going to give it an 85 and leave it at that. Okay, it's plain and simple. I kind of gave it a mid B there. Let's see what the 5 scores average out to, gentlemen. Wow.
I think I've got all.
Well, you guys are going to be very happy about this one. Look at this. It's going up. It's going up. It keeps going up. It keeps going up. Is it going to make it? It's going to make it. It's going to hit it. Goes into the A tier. 92.3. Your first A tonight. Yes. All right, and just in time because that ends the third half hour of the game. Wow. Talk about ending that half hour on a high note. You know what I mean? All right, it's time now to reveal the next clues of the game, and these are the final clues of the game because, of course, we're coming into the final
game.
half hour. No, the final half hour of the show. So these are the final clues of the Who Am I game. All right, you got 3, 4, and 5, and now you're going to get clue number 6. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Clue number 6. I won an Oscar for my role in Ben-Hur. Clue number 7. I was in the Planet of the Apes and Airport 1975. Clue number 8. Michael Moore interviewed me in Bowling for Columbine. And the final clue, my trademark line is from my cold, dead hands. I'll repeat those clues once again. And for everybody else who has missed those clues, if you're playing along with us at home, the clues again, clue number 6, I won an Oscar for my role in Ben-Hur. Number 7, I was in the Planet of the Apes and Airport 1975. Number 8, Michael Moore interviewed me in Bowling for Columbine. And the final clue of this game, or for this Who Am I? My trademark line is from my cold, dead hands. Now, if you know the answer to the Who Am I and you're playing at home, please put them in the comments. Also, too, give this a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, we would like you to definitely subscribe to and check out all the other great shows that we have here on the David 3000 Network. And, of course, our Tier Masters, if you have figured out who we're talking about, we'll get your answers before the program ends, okay? Anybody got to take a break?
Good.
Let's make it good.
I think Mark left there. I don't know if he's coming back.
Yeah, I'm still good.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay, final half hour, gentlemen. We're doing fantastic. We're in the ice now, of course, as you know. So we go back and we look at the next games on our list. And this one is a good one. We got another hockey game here. Ice hockey. Nintendo's ice hockey, by the way. So I'll give you the lowdown on this one. This was put out by Nintendo and Nintendo R&D 2, R&D 4, March 1988. Give you a little background information on it. The play and mechanics of ice hockey are mostly similar to that of ice hockey in real life. The objective for both teams is to hit a black puck with a hockey stick into the opponent's goal. Teams are made up of 5 players, including the goaltender, as opposed to 6 in real life. Players wear ice skates, which are used to skate across the icy rink. Each game is made up of 3 periods, with the victory going to the team who has the most points at the end of the game. At the beginning, 2 opposing players from each team face off in the middle of the rink. You know how hockey is played. This is pretty much, pretty much how regular hockey is played. So it's based on regular hockey, But it's almost like Blades of Steel, but it probably has its own different kind of music and other stuff. There were regional differences and the legacy as well, too. Okay, we start with Brandon Bogard on this one.
It's for you, David.
What on earth?
What the heck? I haven't heard that sound effect in God knows how long.
I haven't heard that. I don't think I am.
September.
I can't remember the first time he played that. I thought it was funny as heck when he used it. You need to make it more often there, Mr. Bogard. Trust me. That is a funny sound effect.
Make it more what?
You need to use that sound effect more often. Make it more often,
If I can find it.
Oh, I thought you had it saved.
Oh no, I had to play the video.
Oh, okay.
That's why you heard David say hockey. Yeah.
Okay, well you're up with hockey.
With this, feel like you could have done a little more. I mean, I know a guy who likes hockey. Is actually a ref. I won't say who.
Right.
But it looks a little complicated because everything looks small. Like really small. Probably a disadvantage. I'm gonna give it 83.
83. Okay.
Yeah.
Still, that's a decent score. Okay, now we go
By
to
the way, you're welcome, David.
Yep, Scott McVeigh, you're up with ice hockey from 88.
This is a fun little title, though. It's kind of like more like 2-on-2, kind of like little super deformed characters. Of course, when I hear hockey, though, and other than the sport, I remember myself, since I love funny and silly music. There's a song by a group called the Erica Worms called "Me Like Hockey." Where these guys are sounding like cavemen who are just big hockey fans. You know, here's set of like this. I love this one set of lyrics here from it here. Me not like pro basketball, cause we short and they all tall. Baseball slow like Forrest Gump, except when Robbie spits on ump. WrestleMania not so great. I like this one. Then it gets WrestleMania not so great. We like to see Hulk Hogan skate. TV soccer not that hot. You play bad and you get shot. We like hockey. We like hockey. That's a great song. This game is fun.
Wow.
We're going to share that song sometime. I'm going to tell you right now.
I tell you what, Scott. I tell you what, we may need it for the first show.
I can find it easily on YouTube. Not a problem.
Right?
This song, I heard that song several years ago. I loved it. Anyway, going back to the game. It's a fun little simple game. Simple 2-player game, maybe up to 4 players.
Oh,
It's a high number, but it's not perfect. I'm still going to give it 96.
96. After all that description, a high 96. He gave it. That a great one there, Scott. I can't wait to hear the whole song.
You will enjoy it.
Yep. All right. Gianni, you're up with ice hockey.
Okay, definitely. I think I actually have a copy of this. It's a classic game. I said before, no Blades of Steel, but definitely a lot similar. I mean, I'm really sure there's nothing really much you could go wrong with a hockey game like this. But I'm gonna give this one 96.
Oh, you're going to double up on it. 96 with Scott McVeigh. There you go. Nicely done. You've doubled up, locked it in, and now we go to Mark Leota with ice hockey.
Okay, well, of course, with me being hockey being Canada's sport here, well, I think that should have an influence in here.
Right?
Yep.
There is a definitely Canadian mode, I would think, if you were going to play this game, I think, for all those fellow Canadians up there, because they would have a say in it.
Yeah, they would. But of course, I've always been a big fan of ice hockey. In fact, of course, Jason, as you already know, I'm going to be in the Boston area for a hockey event in about a couple of months from now.
Ah, you'll be visiting old David St. Dennis then, for that matter.
Good.
Chance.
Well, the way my schedule's probably going to be, I don't think there's going to be any chance of that.
Well, do touch base with him. It'd be nice, though. Give him a call. Say, hey, I'm in the area. Come see me at the Boston Garden. Or the.
Yeah, well, I don't have his phone number, but I do have him on Facebook Messenger.
That's true.
It's also, I think, the TD Garden now.
Yeah,
yes,
the TD Garden.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I don't have a little song ditty to go with this, like what Scott did, right? But I do have a perfect 100.
Oh, there it is. He's got it. 104. Mark Leota. There it is. You knew it was coming up eventually there. Me no likey hockey. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Me no icky likey. Ooh, ah, ah, ah.
And actually, I was looking at the standings actually earlier today. If the regular season were to end right now, the Leafs would be playing Boston in the first round of the playoffs. Oh, joy.
Oh, joy of joys. Yeah, that's very true.
Now, I swear, if that actually ends up happening again, let's just say me and David are Well,
At wit's end.
yeah.
Okay, so hockey game. Another great one here. I mean, now I don't think I played this one specifically because I think I played Blades of Steel more than I played this one. And I fell in love with take the pass, take a pass, take the pass for Blades of Steel, you know. And if this one wasn't based off of Blades of Steel, because Konami, of course, Blades of Steel, we all know how great the cover art is. This is about the simplest simplified artwork that you could pretty much get. Nintendo kind of keeps it very plain, very simple. Love the white on the blue. But not having played this one, I'm still going to give it an A, probably about a 90, and leave it at that. Knocking off some points, though, for the fact that I've never played the game, but the cover art saves it. Make it an A. So there you go. All right, now for our average. Ooh. High.
I think I've got all.
And I don't know what it is with you guys, but you sure do have ice in your veins because this one's going up. It's going up. It's continuing. Look at the climb. Look at the climb. It's going. It's going. Going up. He could go all the way, and it makes it to the A tier. 93. Another A for you guys. Again. 2 in a row. Now. You know, instead of you guys being tier masters, we're going to call you ice masters because as long as there's ice in the title of the game.
Oh, yeah. I just noticed that now. Yeah.
Right? Ice Climber got a 92.2, and now Ice Hockey got a 93. I mean, that is wow. You guys really put those two games in their respective columns, and you did fantastic. 93 on that one. All right, we're up with the next game. And boy, now we're in a series that I dread so badly. It's time for Ikari. Warriors.
Oh my.
Here we
This
go.
one starts with the third one, the rescue, Ikari Warriors 3. Oh my goodness. Now let me give you the lowdown on this because this goes in descending order. And it starts with the third one here. This is Ikari Warriors 3. This is put out by Micronix K Amusement SNK, which I think is a good company too, right, Gianni? SNK?
Yes, I've heard of. Yeah.
March 16th, 1990, and this is called The Rescue. The plot is the presidential candidate's child has been kidnapped by the terrorist organization Crime Ghost, masterminded by Faust. Top officials have asked the two best soldiers to infiltrate Crime Ghost's base and liberate the child. And while the game still uses a rotary joystick, a version exists that forgoes the rotary feature altogether. The weapon selection is greatly reduced from previous games, and there are no player usable vehicles. Weapons are much rarer, which makes the game more focused on hand-to-hand combat, consisting of punching, kicking, jump kicks, and roundhouse kicks. And the console version, the NES, maintains the character's design and basic gameplay from the arcade version, with a variety of enemies and weapons and life bars for the players. Okay, this time we start with Scott McVeigh.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we know that in advance that this again was based off the arcade game with the 8-way rotation stick here. Loses a little bit in the translation when you definitely go to an NES, which does not have such a device like that, as we've mentioned before with other games in this similar type, including last week's Heavy Barrel and all that stuff as well. Again, these three games are going to be all similar. I'm just going to make this very, very simple. All three games, I'm just going to give a straight dead center in the board for all three games, 75, 75, 75.
75.
So when it goes to my turn again, I'll just say 75 again.
75. We're still giving a C. That's okay. That's good. And now we go to Gianni Pizzi for Ikari Warriors 3, the rescue.
Yeah. I mean, it's just called. This one's just called Ikari 3. I don't know why they stopped calling them more. What they did to make them stop.
Yeah,
to make
I
them
don't
not
know.
Warriors anymore.
Ikari 3, the rescue. Yeah. Maybe they figured everybody knows what Ikari Warriors is, so
Probably.
Exactly. I mean, yeah. Did the second one have? Well, we'll get to that.
No, the second one had Warriors in it.
All right.
Yeah.
But looks like I don't think I know. We'll get to the first. We'll get there when we get to the first one. But I don't think AVGN has talked about the third one or the second one.
Yeah, I know he talked about the first one.
Yeah,
And he's
definitely.
hard as ever.
I don't know if there's any if this one is still harder. I don't think there is that code, the ABBA code to save yourself.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give this one. I definitely like the title screen, so that's definitely something. The black background, just the way that's designed. I think 76.
You're gonna one up him. Oh my goodness. Wow.
I'll take it.
You one up Scott McVeigh, gave us 76, and now we go to Mark Leota. Score is locked in, and you're up, my friend.
Okay, yeah, I have not heard of this game. Like, at all.
Mm-hmm.
Although I kind of dig that cover art there. I'm thinking 89.
89. Wow. Okay. It's a high B. Now we go to Brandon Bogard with Akari 3.
Okay. Let's see. iCarly 3. Nope. Akari 3.
Oh, you almost said iCarly. That wasn't even a thing yet in the NES there.
No,
He's already desecrating the name. Good
Yeah.
Yeah, that was during the days of classic Nickelodeon. My
Just my chance to make that little joke.
well,
But-
you're not wrong. I mean, the door was wide open for that. So
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
It's not.
So I don't know why on earth you would have like a crime ghost. That's like what most ghosts would probably do. Also, I'm looking at the front cover. Visca, one of the guys. I don't know if he's threatening the guy with the knife sword or like.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna give this 84.
84. Oh boy, a low B, but still a very respectable B there. Okay. Now let me tell you something about the Ikari series. I cannot stand it with a passion. Left, right, up, down, boom, 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 whatever the case. Now I didn't know they had 2 and 3 out, and I don't know if the gameplay is better than the first one because I've only played the first one and was very disappointed in it. Very hard to control. Once you got bombarded by one, you got bombarded by everything. So in this case, the only thing that's saving me from not getting buzzed right now is the cover art. I must say the cover art is very good. I'm going to give it an even 70 and leave it at that.
yeah, like
Wow. Yeah.
I've played a couple of the Warriors games, not the Ikari Warriors one, but the more recent ones like Fire Emblem Warriors, Hyrule Warriors, and yeah, those are very unforgiving.
Yeah.
Like you said, you get hit by one enemy, you get hit by a whole herd of them.
Yeah. It's like 10 on 1 and you can't get yourself out of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've had our 5 scores for this third version, so let's see what we got. The average for this.
I think I've got all.
Okay, well, it's not a B, but it was 2 points off from a B. It goes into the C tier at 78 point. Whoops. Let me move that up again here. Where did I put that? Uh-oh. I lost it. Oh, no.
Oh, hard to lose. Fine.
How did I lose it? Where did it go? Anybody can find it? Anybody can find it?
Let me get my big screen on.
Oh.
I found it.
Where was it?
It's in the D.
It's in the D.
It's where your mouse was right there.
Oh,
Higher.
right there. Okay, yeah, we go.
There you found it.
Yeah, my mouse couldn't get it out. Okay, there we go. Put it in the C, though, actually. Goes in the C's. And that's 78.8. Okay. All right, we're into the next one here, God willing. Okay, it's Ikari Warriors 2. The Warriors is in this name. This was put out by Micronix, K Amusement, SNK, April 16th, 1988. Gameplay is just like this. The original arcade game featured an 8-way rotary joystick that could be twisted in place to rotate the on-screen character, allowing the player to face in one of 8 directions while moving in another. And it featured sample voiceovers from the main characters and the game's bosses. Now, the NES version includes the added feature of collecting Zenny as currency, which is used to buy improved weaponry and armor. The NES version emulates the controls of the arcade version by locking the facing of the character in one direction for as long as the fire button is depressed. Weapons no longer have limited ammunition. The player character begins with a flamethrower, but when the player loses a life, it's changed to a machine gun. The objective is to defeat the enemy aliens using grenades and other weapons. The story directly picks up at the ending of Ikari Warriors. Congratulated by General Kowalski for rescuing him, Paul and Vince return home to their native country in a plane arranged by a general. A mysterious storm appears and they are hurtled thousands of years into the future. They are met by an alien creature who says that the villain, Zhang Zip, has taken over the land. We now start off with Gianni Pizzi.
All right, so
Yep.
like I said, I don't think I even knew there was a second one. I don't think the first one had like the shop, did it?
I don't remember it. I don't want to remember it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I did not know if there. I mean, at least there's something different. They kind of changed that up from the first, so maybe they've gotten better with the series. Who knows? Okay, I've seen the picture of it. I do like whatever that little green alien frog boss is.
Yeah.
So that's definitely cool.
Version of Elf, maybe? I don't know.
Could be. I'm gonna give this one surprisingly in the B tier, 83.
83. Ooh, wow. Okay.
By the way, fun fact, they actually did make an Elf video game for the Sega Master System.
Okay, Mark, you're up anyway, so tell us about Ikari Warriors 2.
Well, can't really say too much because I have not played it. But what you said about this series pretty much sums it all up.
Yeah.
Be right back.
So
Okay.
I'm going to have to give this one a 69.
Ooh, one shy of an average of a passing grade, but he buzzes it at 69. And now we go to Brandon Bogard with Ikari Warriors 2.
So the gaming art. Sorry, I mean the gameplay. And the graphics. They do look a little better. I'm still like questioning the poses. Now one of them, it looks like he's posing like almost as if he's like, yeah. Okay. So bizarre. I'll give this a 94 though.
Oh boy, 94. Wow. Whoa. Okay.
Ooh.
Well, we know Scott gave
Still giving it 75.
75, so we locked that in as well. Yep. Because he basically summed it up with the last game that he wanted to do a 75 for all three. Okay. Ikari Warriors 2. I mean, I don't even know why I'm looking at this crap here. This brings back many bad memories, and I don't even remember playing the second or the third one because I thought, okay, bad enough I couldn't even get to the first one. Why am I even going to torture myself with the second or the third one? Why, if you're a kid, if that's nature, are you going to torture yourself with the second and third ones thinking, oh, it's going to be better? Yeah, right. No, it's not. I'm giving it 52. Oh, boy, I'm buzzing it. The only reason why is
why?
I like the cover art on the third one, but the cover art on these last two, I might be buzzing the rest of them. So yeah, let's look at the score for this one.
I think I've got all.
Well, geez, even with my bad score of 52, this one still goes up into the C tier at 74.6, right next to its predecessor. Okay, we've got one more game, and then we're going to call it a night here because we're coming up to the end of the show. So let's get it over and done with. This is the original Ikari Warriors, the game that really sucks monkey balls.
Yeah, it does.
I can't.
Gee, tell us how
Did he
you
say
really
it-
feel, Jason.
I can't really.
Is that really, did he say it about that game? I think he did.
I said it just now.
New Monkey Ball game coming out in June, by the way.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, they announced that in the direct this morning, Gianni.
Sucks,
Yeah.
this sucks monkey balls big time. Ikari Warriors, God willing, Micronics, SNK, K Amusement, November 26, 1986. What were they thinking when they made this game? Like James would say, what are they thinking?
Exactly. What were they think? Yeah.
And of course, this was a major commercial success in the arcades. Really?
There was
Vertically
no-
scrolling. Yeah, run and gun video game released for the arcades by SNK. The player takes the role of commandos named Colonel Raph Jones and Second Lieutenant Clark Still Blue, who must try to reach the village of Ikari. Enemy units attempting to kill the player includes tanks, enemy soldiers, and helicopters. A number of power-ups along the way help the player achieve victory. Yada yada yada. Sis boom bah. Holy cow! I'm torturing myself on a part of it. We start with Mark Leota with this one.
Sis Boomba described as file made when a sheep explodes.
Okay, let's see. And this is the original Ikari Warriors?
Yes, this is it.
Oh, boy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of glad I never played this game as a kid.
Good. You spared yourself the embarrassment.
Yeah, you can probably imagine how extremely frustrated I would have. That probably maybe 4-year-old me probably would have been.
Yeah.
Then again, 4-year-old me was more occupied with Super Mario Brothers and those old Sesame Street games. So, not to mention Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy also.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, 73.
Oh, 73. Wow. All right. Passing grade on that one. We now go to Brandon Bogard with the original Ikari Warriors. Oh, boy. Take your volume off.
Whoops.
Well, snap! It's my turn.
Yeah, it is your turn.
Well, I needed more. Well, I needed time to get something up.
I don't know, man, but we only have
All
6
right.
minutes left, so
Yeah. Okay. So all I can really say about this, looking at gameplay and looking at the front cover, the front cover looks a little better. I'll still give it an 88, though.
88. Oh boy. All right. Well, and we know Scott McVeigh is 75.
25, you know it.
Gianni, you're up.
Oh my.
Please spare me please. Oh my God.
Exactly.
You know,
I never played this game. Thank God.
Well, James played it. I played it. I almost
Yeah.
I controller at the
I
TV
mean-
blew up the TV. Let's put it that
Yeah,
way.
I mean that's why we watch AVGN play these games, so we don't have to play them.
Yeah, I know. You see, you smart, but we didn't have James and those guys back
Exactly.
when I was a kid.
Maybe
yeah.
again. Play
Yeah.
your old games so we don't have to.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah, I remember that one song from that video. Where did the hair go? Yeah. Do you remember that? Or
No, I don't.
yeah,
But
that was because
yeah,
he
you
played with
sing
the guitar guy who sings the theme song. But
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, he was
he
cool.
was just playing about everything. I mean, kept dying, and then luckily there was that thing, the code that you could save yourself, ABBA.
Yeah.
But I think at the end of like level 3, that stopped working. So that
Mhm.
was a whole confusing. I mean, the characters, I think, we'll take Rambo and Arnold Schwarzenegger and Commando. So anyway,
Yeah.
Rambo, Commando.
Rambo
Um,
Commando.
I've never, obviously, I never played the game. I don't really know too much about it outside of AVGN, but I pretty much know much about it to give it a 60.
Smart move on your part. Buzz it big time. Let me tell you something, May. I threw my controller at the TV and got scocked in the esophagus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I literally blew up on the TV on this one. I'm giving this one a 50 because I don't even want to deal with it. So I'm buzzing it.
Honey, I blew up the TV.
Honey, I blew up.
Yeah.
In my case, I'd never wanted to see this game ever again. And I'm glad I didn't. Let's
Honey, I blew up my Ikari Warriors game.
Yes, thank you. Let's go ahead and average it out.
And the kid.
Yeah. Okay. This one missed it by 0.8 tenths of passing. 69.2 gets a horn. Thank God, but it doesn't get an F, unfortunately. Oh my goodness. Jesus.
But it deserves the horn at the very minimum.
Well, the bare minimum, but you know, what are you gonna do, right? Okay, well, that is the end of this game here for tonight, and let's go ahead and get our siren going. Done with that, and now we have to basically we're going to stop sharing the screen, so I'll share that and bring you guys back up, and I'll give you you guys got the final clues and everything.
Yep.
So now now we're going to find out if you know the answer to the clues. And we'll start with Mark Leota. What do you think, based on the clues that we have given you? Who do you think we're talking about?
Okay. I honestly don't know who it is.
Oh, boy. So you don't have a guess?
No.
Okay, so we don't have a guess from Mark Leota. So we now have to go to Brandon Bogard to kind of bail him out. Brandon, what do you think?
Bail him out?
Oh, I mean, come up with an answer because he has no answer. So you're going to kind of like, you know.
I thought after Planet of the Apes, I knew up until I heard My Cold Dead Hands. And I'm going to give probably my wrong guess.
Well, who do you think it is?
Dwayne Johnson.
Who?
Dwayne Johnson.
You mean Dwayne the
That
Rock Johnson?
In the Rock, yeah.
In the Rock Johnson is wrong. Sorry about that. That is the wrong answer. Okay, now we go to Gianni Pizzi. Who do you think it is?
There could be a lot of. I think this is definitely someone I think before my time. I'm gonna Ben-Hur. Looking at reading the clues. I feel like I've never seen Planet of the Apes. I'm gonna have to go with Leslie Nielsen.
No, that's incorrect. Sorry about that. Leslie Nielsen is not right. Now, Scott McVeigh, I think you might know who we're talking about here.
Yes, actually got it from the Planet of the Apes and a few other of those clues as well. Actually got it from back when he did the biblical epic of the Ten Commandments. We're talking about Charlton Heston.
That is correct. You have it. Yes, it is Charlton Heston. Congratulations. Very good. Nicely done. And for all those who thought that it was Charlton Heston in the comments, give yourself a pat on the back, and we'll definitely heart those comments in the group there. Congratulations. Very good guessing on it. I hope you enjoyed playing the who or what game, because next week it's going to be a what am I instead of a who am I.
Okay.
So you
Well, you gotta mix it up once in a while.
Yeah, we'll definitely mix it up, and we'll give you those clues next week. So you definitely got that. Yes, Charlton Heston is the correct answer. And so we put that down underneath. And that one will not show up again for a long, long, long time. But if you do who happen to play tic-tac-toe, and we do have Jumpin' Who or Jumpin' What, you might see it again. So for that matter, as they say. Very good, gentlemen. I'm proud of all of you, even though, like some of you, guess-wise, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, that would have...
I don't know.
Yeah, they had to say something, so.
I know, right? Yeah. You had to come up with something, but I mean, even if even for that rate, yeah, I could tell you were just, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, it's been an honor and a pleasure again. We've gone through the H's, we're in the I's, and we're going to come up on the J's next week. I can tell you that, because there wasn't that many I's. So that's pretty good. We're really moving through the alphabet.
So we're going to come up to all the versions of Jeopardy on the NES then.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But before we
Right.
get to Jeopardy, we have one fantastical classic game coming up, and that's Jaws. Jaws is coming up.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think that one. Well, we'll get
Yeah.
to it, but I think that's an LGN.
Yeah, but Jaws
Yeah.
was a game that everybody knows, not just based on the movie,
Yeah.
but I think everybody had a little taste of the game. It's playing of the game itself too, for that
Yeah.
matter. So if you didn't play it but had seen, long play on it, that would be your best bet. That still qualifies. But the cover art's fantastic. I mean, the shark, it just spells Jaws, for sure. All right. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, the gameplay, it was a simplified game, but, we'll get to that next week when we're on here. And like I said, for Mark Leota, Brandon Bogart, Gianni Pizzi, Scott McVeigh, I'm Jason Icanio. Thanking you very much again for another great night of Wipe Those Tears. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Gary Dawson Network for more great content like this one.